Welcome to the mail call, baby. Got some stuff from Hamilton Book. If you ain't never got on Hamilton Book, check them out. This is only the second time I've ordered. First time in the new movie room. It's been a very long time, probably close to a year or a little over a year actually since I've ordered from them. I looked on there and they had some great deals, so I had to spend a little of that stimulus check, you know what I mean? So I got all Blu-rays. I got a few upgrades, not much. First one I got was The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. This has got Brad Pitt in it. All these, except for two, were either $5.95 or less, or maybe three. There was two $10 ones, and then there was, I think, two $7.95 ones. So, but I've never seen this all the way through. I've always caught bits and pieces of it. I want to check it out for sure now. The next one I got, I wasn't aware that it was one of them digibooks, I think they call it. I'm not real happy. I actually emailed Hamilton Book about this. This is an upgrade. I do have it on DVD. This is the Blu-ray Batman, okay, from 1989. Problem is the top corners, I don't know if you can see where it got smushed. They have packaging weird. They have like the box, and it's kind of shaped at the end flat like this. It goes downward, and you can peel the thing in the middle. It has a little peel thing you peel, and then you pull it apart. I'm not sure if this one was on top or what, but in both corners it's really dented up bad. So when you open it up, the pages of the book is even bent back. So I'm not really happy with this upgrade. So like I said, I did message them. You know, being a collector, you want your stuff looking good. But anyway, for right now, I do have this. I don't know. Hopefully, I'll be able to get me another one. They also had the Steelbook Blu-ray release of Batman Returns. I never had this one. This one's really cool looking. The front of that and the back with Michelle Pfeiffer and Danny DeVito as the Penguin and the Catwoman. Now this one, it opens up. I don't have too many Steelbooks, so here's the thing. When I close it, it don't seem like it wants to close right in the top corner. So I'll go ahead and told them that too. So maybe I'll get a new one of these and a new digibook, if that's what they call them, of Batman. But still cool to have both of these. And I think they were only like, I think $5.95 or something, maybe $6.95. There's weird prices on there. Some of them are $3.95, $4.95. $5.95, all that stuff, you know what I mean? Next up, I seen this one a few years ago. Kristen Stewart and Dakota Fanning, The Runaways. This is about, of course, The Runaways, but Joan Jett and Lita Ford in a band called The Runaways before they went solo. Solo on their ass, like old Snoop Dogg says. So, picked this one up real cheap. I think it was on like $4 or maybe even $3.95. Decided to finally get the last of the Insidious movies, I should say. Insidious movies. This is Insidious, The Last Key. I liked all these movies. I picked all the other ones up here probably within the last year or two, and just never got around to getting this one. It was really dirt cheap. Got a classic right here, Escape from New York. Never had this in my collection. Don't know why. This is the collector's edition from Shout Factory. Most of the time they come with slipcases. This one didn't. Yeah, Kurt Russell, classic John Carpenter right here, Escape from New York. Another one's another classic written by Quentin Tarantino. A lot of people didn't know that. True Romance. This is before he started directing. This one's got everybody and the mama in it. This is Christian Slater, of course, Patricia Arquette. It had Brad Pitt. It's got Dennis Hopper. And it's got Gary Oldman. It's got, who else? Freaking Christopher Walken. Did I say that? It's got all kinds. It's even got a little bit of Samuel L. Jackson just for about a minute or two. So many great people in this movie here. Awesome classic. I recommend you, if you ain't never seen it, pick it up. True Romance. Great, great, great film. I think it was directed by Tony Scott too. Of course, he committed suicide a few years ago. But if Quentin could have directed this, I'm sure it would have been a little bit different. And there was some parts that he wanted for certain other people to play in when he wrote it, and he wasn't directing it, so they picked who they wanted to. But I think there was one or two different people that he wanted to play in this movie that didn't get to play in it. Next up is a blind buy. Rings. I have Ring 1 and 2. I'm not for sure if it's exactly a sequel, or is it a remake, or what the deal is. But it says a thrilling return to the franchise roots. So I don't know. Rings, I've never seen it. It was really cheap. I think it was like $3.95. I mean, they got some good deals on there. Almost dropped that one, gangster. American Graffiti. Yeah, right here. John Lucas's first film. I think it's his first big film, I believe. I think he did some other little thing when he was in college or whatever, but before Star Wars, let's say. Of course, it's got Harrison Ford in it, Ron Howard, a bunch of other gangsters back in the 70s. Pretty good movie right here. The next one is even better. It's based on a true story, and it's got Matthew McConaughey. And I usually don't care much for his movies, but some of them's all right. And Jennifer Jason Leigh's in it too. And it's called White Boy Rick. You ain't never seen this? Check it out. I love drug movies and stuff too. I don't do no drugs though. I'm just high on life. But White Boy Rick, good movie right here. Next one up is a blind buy, baby. It's the autopsy of Jane Doe. Don't know nothing about it, but it was like $3.95. It might have even been $2.95. Cheap as hell. I said, just go ahead and throw it in there for the blind buy. Now, you know I love my documentaries, don't you? Yes, you do. And they got some documentaries on there. And when I opened up the box, Rhonda looked at me and goes, "You bought porn?" No, I didn't buy actual porno or anything. I bought a documentary about After Porn Ends Part 2. Now, I looked everywhere on there. I didn't see Part 1. There's Part 2, and I picked up Part 3. I'll watch a documentary on anything, including pornos. But I actually have seen, I think, the second one on Netflix before. But it's weird. Maybe I'm mistaken. Have you ever been on Hamilton Book and you see the first one? Give me a comment and let me know. I searched and searched and searched. I didn't see it, but I found these two right here. This next one, when I was a kid, I remember like late night HBO or Cinemax and stuff, and you would see on what was coming up, and I never did get to watch it because I had to go to bed, or Mama said, "You ain't watching that." And it's called Hard Bodies. This is like, it looks like an old VHS cover. It's got the slipcase here. This is like a sex comedy from the 80s. Never have seen it. I always heard about it. And when I found out it was on there, on Blu-Ray especially, I found it on there pretty cheap. I said, hell yeah, I'm going to finally get to see it, Mama. So there you go. That was back in the day on Cinemax and all that good stuff. The last one. Now, Batman, I think, was really my only upgrade, I believe, besides this movie. Was there another upgrade in there? Batman? And I'm looking at them. I remember saying something about upgrades. Really, that was the only upgrade I had from DVD to Blu-ray. But I do have this in a 3-pack set, and I can't get rid of it because you understand. Well, actually, a 4-pack set, and you know, DVD. But this is a steelbook release, and I ain't got too many, and I'm starting to get them in my collection. But this one I had to get because all the other releases always has the good guys. This one had the bad guys. Karate Kid right here. Look at this, the Cobra Kai crew. Great looking artwork on this. And there's the back of it. Not much for the inside or anything. And even the disc is just plain white. I don't get that. They should have put a lot more into it. But this was $10. I think this one and what was the other one was $10. There was two of them that was $10. But I cannot think of what the other one was. But most of the other ones was either $5.95 or less, except for, I think the After Porn Ends documentaries. I think they might have been $7.95. But this one is the main one. I saw it and I was like, hell yeah, I got to get this on Blu-ray. My favorite movie of all time, The Karate Kid. Even though it's got the Cobra Kai guys on it, still pretty cool. And I'll keep the DVD set because I got to have 2 and 3 and really don't need 4. But I keep it anyway, and maybe they'll come out with the rest of them like this. This would be pretty cool. But that is the Blu-ray haul from Hamilton Book. And yes, did have some 2 little mishaps there. Hopefully they'll get back with me, and maybe I can get a better copy of that Digibook or Digibook or whatever you people call it. I just had an update recently. I had Taxi Driver, and I never had one of them in my collection. I think somebody said it was a Digibook or whatever. So anyway, that's it, man. Look at all this shit right here. And you know what? That Batman, even though it was messed up, it come with a, what's this damn thing called? A digital copy. And it's just in a little thing here. This is pretty cool just to put up on the shelf. I'll, you know, definitely in the back of it, Jack Nicholson and Michael Keaton. So that is it for this mail call. Yeah, 15 movies here from Hamilton Book. If you've never checked them out, get on there and check them out. They got DVDs, they got books. I think they even sell CDs on there too, maybe. But you got to check them out. They got good stuff. And get on there and get you some Karate Kid. You know what I mean? Till next time, gangsters.